Working Interferences is intended for mature audiences. Since the hosts never grew up, someone needs to be the adult. Welcome to Working Interferences with Josh and Lance, the dental advice podcast for the average dentist. Here is Josh and Lance.
Roz, what is up? Welcome to the Working Interferences podcast, a dental advice show. I am Josh Walston.
And I am Lance Timmerman.
Lance, you missed a hell of a meeting at the Dental Economics
That's what I heard.
Principles of Practice Management
I'm sad.
Conference.
I'm jealous.
I'm thankful I will no longer ever again in my life have to say the word Norfolk, Virginia.
Only recreationally.
Recreationally, right, not professionally.
Right.
As a part of an advertising read.
Right.
They probably don't love the F word being used, but it's in the name of the city that the conference is in.
Just don't fight it.
I got a call from our good friend Chris Salerno a few days before the conference.
Uh-oh.
And he said, hey, I got some good news and bad news, depending on which way you look at it.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I don't know. Give me whatever news first. It doesn't matter. Usually I'm a bad news first guy. What kind of news first guy are you?
I'm usually bad news. It's kind of like dinner than dessert.
Right. I think you and I have the same sort of personality tendencies, and that's like, give me the bad news first. Because I'm not going to be able to enjoy the good news if I know that there's bad news coming.
Right. Yep.
So the bad news was that Lou Schumann, who was supposed to speak on Friday, is sick. I was like, that's too bad. He's not going to be able to make the conference.
Yeah.
The good news, which is also kind of bad news, is that we need you to step up and do an hour and a half.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now, were you
cool.
were you going to speak anyway? So you just take your 45 minutes and double it, or
no? I was there doing a panel.
You were going to coast.
I was going to coast to a panel.
Yeah.
Thursday at lunch, maybe bail out after that. Definitely bail out early Friday morning. And then ended up having to stick around for a little bit more and do more. And then, trying to think of the days. Wednesday night, I'm waiting for my connecting flight at the DFW American Airlines lounge.
Okay.
And my phone rings, and it's Chris Salerno. And it's, he's not calling just to chit-chat. This can't be good.
No.
And so I answer the phone. I was like, hey, how's it going? You're going to make it in? Everything looking good? I was like, yeah, actually, for once, I'm going to be in. He's like, well, I got some bad news. I'm not going to be in. And so Chris was in, there's a bunch of storms last week, Northeast. And so his flight was canceled on Wednesday night. He didn't get in until Thursday around 11. So I had to do like the MC hosting duties of the meeting for the first part of the morning there, and introduce Roger Levin and introduce Diane Waterston, I think was her name.
All right. Is that Sam Waterston's cousin?
It's Sam Waterston's sister.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we had a nice talk about Law and Order and eyebrows, surprisingly.
Okay. Is she a plucker or a trimmer?
I'm curious what Sam is. I think Sam's do-nothinger.
Yeah, I'm thinking some untamed shrubbery there.
Au naturel, Bobby. Au naturel. And then, so that was fine, kind of kicking off the meeting and all of that for Chris, and then did my deal on Friday, and things went well. Things went well. I got out of town after that, and hopefully never to see Norfolk again.
Well, never say never.
True. Lance, we launched a little something this week, didn't we? We did a thing.
I started the thing, and I ignored the thing, and
we ignored it for a couple weeks. We didn't do anything with it.
No.
It seems like every dental podcast has a Facebook group.
Seems that way.
And our podcast tends to talk a lot about Facebook groups. But we didn't have one.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of like ESPN if they didn't have any live sports at all.
Right.
It's just like talking about sports that happen on other people's stations.
Yeah. And I think that's why I hesitated Because do we really need another damn Facebook group? But at the same time, we kind of needed to have the one. So
let's define. We don't need another Facebook group that tries to deliver any content.
Oh, no. That's exactly why we went forward.
We need a Facebook group of absolute, utter garbage.
Uh-huh. A dumpster fire on purpose.
Literally, the group itself is a dumpster fire.
Yep.
If you don't know what we're talking about, find the group and add yourself to it. You have to answer a couple questions. It should be pretty easy stuff. We really just want to kind of check and see, like what's happening, like who's asking to be in.
Right.
I would say we're playing this rather fast and loose at the moment. We don't really know anything about rules or regulations or anything like that.
Yeah, so far, we give no fucks on much.
In one day. After day one.
Yeah.
The name of the group is literally, just search for this on Facebook, Funny Shit for Dentists and Dental Team Members.
Yeah, that's it.
And there's been a lot of that today.
There has been.
I thought to myself today, what am I going to post on this thing? And lo and behold, throughout the course of the day, about 3 things that I thought were decent content came up. So, I think we can keep this going. The cool thing is let's get the group going, and then we don't have to really be the ones posting all the time, kind of like Alan and Jason in the Dental Hacks. We just kind of let stuff come to us. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Sounds like a good idea.
So find it. Funny Shit for dentists and dental team members. You want to go over our rules right quick?
Oh, sure. I should probably find them.
I'll go over them.
Okay, you got that.
I'll just read the description because
Okay.
I felt kind of proud about this.
All right.
Lance, dentistry sucks the life force out of you like a 19-year-old Jenna Jameson.
Yep.
Here you'll find a place to vent, laugh, cry, fart, be horny, and make fun of our pain-in-the-ass patients and colleagues. Enjoy yourself. Go nuts. This group is an adjunct to the tomfoolery of the Working Interferences podcast, the world's best dental comedy podcast. Rules. Josh and Lance are influencers and are going to save dentistry with memes and dick jokes. Don't forget it. 2.
We're going to make that Benko list one of these days.
One of these days, you're going to be on that thing. We're going to end up being above Spear and Coyce, and it's going to make you and I want to kill ourselves.
Yeah. We will be the problem that we complained about.
100%. This is self-fulfilling prophecy. Number 2, no N-words or other racist shit. GTFO with that. I stand by that one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Number 3, feel free to make fun of other people. Ad hominem attacks are encouraged. Just no racial shit.
Yep.
Or no racist shit.
There you go.
And number 4, don't try to sell shit in here. This group is for Lance and Josh to profit on, not you. Now hand over some of that sweet, sweet Facebook group money we've heard so much about.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
That's what I've been led to believe, is you set up a Facebook group and then all of a sudden companies just start giving you money.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, to like mention their products and stuff. So, all of the great companies that want to get talked about.
I could do that too.
Hit us up. We are ripe for the picking as far as a sponsorship opportunity. I'm 100%.
Yeah.
100%. We want in on this grift as well. We'll see how this thing goes.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Right now, we don't have a screenshotting policy.
No. That could change.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We will figure it out. So, yeah. And the other rule is that you have to invite 17. Once you join, you have to invite 17 other people.
Yep. It's only fair.
You have to yes, it's only fair. This is we're really just aping the playbook of Dental Clinical Pearls.
Yep.
And you have to also post a photo of one of your family members on the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what there was another rule that went along with that. I can't remember what it was. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
And the dental students are basically posers and we should demean them whenever possible.
Absolutely.
And our group's core value is everyone sucks but us.
Yep. Hashtag that shit.
Yeah. I think this is a pretty good start.
Yeah. For the few hours it's been live, I think it's going well.
Yeah, I think so far we've got some good traction. We've got some stuff going on. It's good. It's fun. It's All garbage. Every single thing on it is garbage.
Just like our podcast.
Exactly like we want it. Exactly like we want it, Lance.
Uh-huh.
Lance, this is an advice show.
A terrible one.
We answer all your questions. We answer questions we find on all those neat little dental Facebook groups. We answer questions from Reddit. We strive to help dentists and dental team members with our own unique brand of advice. So please, we need your questions. They are the sustenance we crave. You can submit your questions to workinginterferences@gmail.com. Now, we don't want just any question, do we, Lance?
We don't.
We don't want a bunch of boring questions like, what's the best dental Facebook group? Because we all know that funny shit for dentists and dental team members is the greatest dental Facebook group ever.
Yep.
We want the questions that Gordon Christensen cannot answer. Question 1. Preety asks, hey guys, here is a problem. I hired a new assistant 5 weeks ago. Have been having issues like cell phone, not clocking out for breaks. Today, I was working and went looking for her, and she was on the sofa with her phone. I confronted her that in 13 years of ownership, I never had to say this to anyone again and again. Her reply was, there's always a first. Really? She has just told me 2 days ago that she is pregnant with a picture of the stick, but no real medical workup yet. Can I let her go for poor performance? Or because she is pregnant, I cannot do anything? Technically, she is still on probation. I would say this is a problem, Lance.
Would you?
Honestly, it's not a problem, but because it's a fairly simple solution to this one. But I mean, for Preety, it's a problem.
Okay. I'm wondering if in 13 years, is this the first time there's been a separation that of your choosing? Because
I don't know. It doesn't say, it doesn't say that. But what my guess is, what she means by that is, it's the first time she's had to correct these little what would seem to be pretty obvious things. What's your cell phone policy?
I'm pretty, for the most part, I'm pretty laid back, but only because I haven't had anybody being stupid about it. And I'm sure that if I had someone constantly doing something, then I would probably enforce because I think when I hire them, I say, leave your cell phones in the break room, but I usually don't really enforce it that much because they don't really abuse it.
It's such a hard policy to have because if you have a strict policy, you absolutely know that they're going to cheat it. They're going to find some way to have it.
Well, and also, I know, I'm the boss, so I get to do whatever the fuck I want, but I tend to screw around on my phone in between patients too. So if I'm not going to lead by example, then I feel hypocritical.
Here's the thing, though. We own the damn place.
Right. I mean, that's why I said...
we should have the ability to be on our phone. You want to be on your phone, then you own the business.
Right.
But I do partially see where you're coming from.
Yeah. So...
the phone's just a problem. My policy is... I don't want to have a policy. Don't make me have a policy, please.
That's basically where I'm at, where I've been. It just hasn't been an issue, but I'm pretty sure that if I found someone who's just breathing air drove me crazy, then them with a cell phone out would probably be where I'd start finding a way to enforce the policy and go crazy with it.
There's a lot to go through here from Preety.
Yeah.
Assistant's been there. The assistant has survived for 5 weeks. Which, based on what I'm reading here, is pretty good. It's pretty generous.
Pretty surprised it's lasted this long already.
Yeah. Would not have made it that far for me.
No.
And definitely would not have made it that far for you.
No. No.
So having issues like cell phone, we talked about. Not clocking out for breaks. I'm curious if that just means lunch.
Yeah,
or if there's other breaks other than lunch.
See, that's the thing. You just would never know. And it's so hard. You wonder if it really is accidentally or they're finding little ways here and there to be able to milk it. Because I've seen people in the past, and this was their way of, quote unquote, accidentally screwing it up, and they will pad the time clock. So what's the law in Washington State as far as lunches and breaks and all of that kind of stuff? I don't know. I think they're supposed to have them. They get them.
Lunches I get a lunch, but what about breaks other than lunch?
Yeah, they're supposed to, for every whatever hours, they get a 15-minute break and things. We're pretty laid back with it. The pace of my practice is by design fairly laid back, and so it's fine to take a break when you want. I know that we should say, okay, the breaks are officially in the break room and not just in between patients where randomly or things like that. We don't really. No one seems to ever really want to take a break because it's already pretty stress-free to begin with. A break from what?
True. I just I don't know, yesterday afternoon, I had 2 rooms just going the whole day.
Yeah.
Or the whole afternoon. And I've got 2 assistants. Other than while I'm working in one room and not the other, she's supposed to clock out and go sit in the break room for 15 minutes. That's stupid.
Yeah, we don't really do that.
And thankfully in Texas, I don't, and God, I'm going to get some kind of Texas Workforce Commission call, but
probably, yeah.
Also with hygiene, how am I supposed to give a hygienist a 15-minute break?
Yeah.
And when do they take that? We get an hour and a half lunch, so there you go. There's your lunch plus your break together. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Because what am I supposed to leave a little slot in between 2 patients? No, that's stupid.
Right.
So that wasn't in this question, but that kind of made me think about it. At lunchtime, my team will go sit on the furniture up front and just chill. I'm cool with that. But during the middle of the day, the dentist is working and they go look up front and the assistant is sitting on the couch in the reception area. That's buck wild.
Yeah. This person is testing the limit. I mean, you're pretty much, the more you're giving, you are enabling this person to be the boss. They got you under control.
In 5 weeks.
Within 5 weeks, they've controlled you. They own you. You're their bitch.
How good of an assistant would someone have to be to get away with this shit in your office?
They need to be selling a full mouth recon every freaking week to earn.
And literally, and be able to provisionalize them without me having to look at it.
Right. They need to cut the preps with the lasers coming out of their eyes.
That's insane.
That person just does not exist that would enable them to have this kind of power that they seem to have over them.
The back talk of there's always a first.
That part, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah. It's game over at that point. It's not only...
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't work here anymore starting now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's rough.
Yeah.
The pregnant thing is a new level thing. As well. I
talked to a labor attorney a while ago, and the pregnant people aren't as protected as people seem to think. So
right, why would this affect anything as far as their employment?
Exactly, it's got nothing to do.
Pregnancy. If this were the case, and maybe it's like this in California, I don't know. California is sort of the default state of if there's some crazy law that works in favor of an employee in regards to their employer, everyone just assumes it automatically it's California.
Right.
So that's why I bring that up. It could happen in any state, but we all know it's California.
Right.
That would be okay, somebody gets pregnant while they're working for you and now they're locked into their job. That's like sperm tenure at college, right? That's cum tenure is what that is. You can't earn cum tenure unless it's the dentist baby. That's it. That's the only way.
Unless the dentist is impregnating the assistant, I'm pretty sure you're free to cut ties.
And Preeti, I believe, is a female name. So I don't think we have to worry about that.
Probably not. There's always a first.
Technically, she's still on probation.
Right. See, that's the other thing that there's your golden ticket.
Which means you can do whatever, right?
Yeah.
Although I'd like to I would be curious to know from a labor attorney if an employee signs something that says I'm on probation for the next 90 days. This is not a guarantee of future employment. Blah 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 blah. Whatever that says. If that would actually hold up.
Yeah.
In a workforce case.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't know. Anybody who has any knowledge about that, hit us up. But I feel like enough people do probation where there has to be some kind of teeth to it, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's a kind of a universal acceptance that within those first 90 days, you're fine.
Yeah, you're free for it. What I guess that means is that in even a state that's not at will, during those first 90 days, it's still at will.
Yeah. But
again, take that from somebody who has no earthly idea about any of this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just like this just 100% clearly is not working out. Right?
No, this is a bad fit. Cut it now. I mean, it can only
this
get worse. This person
does not need to be a dental assistant.
No.
There's no scenario in which this person survives in dentistry.
No. Not unless they change.
Like a corporate office isn't going to deal with this. Like,
no,
they're going to get sort of demerited to death, basically.
Right.
With that kind of attitude. Preeti obviously is as laid back of a dentist as it gets.
I guess.
And it ain't working with her. Like, if it's not working with Preeti, it ain't working with anybody.
Right.
I get it. You ever have a friend who's dating somebody who's like this terrible, who's as terrible as this dental assistant is?
Well, I don't have any friends, so that's
At some point in all of our lifetime, like, we've known somebody who's dating somebody this terrible.
Yeah.
And what's the typical, like, at least what my thought runs through my head is, what would be your thought running through your head about why somebody would continue to date somebody this terrible?
Oh, they got to be awesome to fuck.
Yeah, it must. They just a vixen in the sack, right? Like, it must be amazing.
Yeah, it's got to be.
There's none of that here. Like, what is keeping this person around?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's no payoff with this one. So
literally, Preeti's goodwill, which is stretched, further than silly putty on a hot day.
That's right. Stretch Armstrong's got nothing on this. Yeah, it's
nothing.
Yeah, it's the answer is simple.
Preeti needs to drop this hammer ASAP.
Yep.
In fact, what I would do is I would go on Amazon and I would see if I could find some kind of replica of Thor's hammer.
There you go.
What is it called? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Something like that, yeah.
It's literally the hardest word in the English language to pronounce. Thank you, Marvel, for...
It's not English. It's supposed to be...
Well, I get it, but like, we're co-opting it. You got to just... When she walks in...
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we've culturally appropriated it. When next time she looks down at her phone, you take that Thor hammer and just smash it and just be like, hammer's dropped, young lady. You must...
First time for everything.
Must vacate these premises post haste. You must vacate these premises post haste, you have. And 23 skidoo.
Sound like James Cagney. See here, yeah.
You see here, yeah. This little bird's been getting away with too much on the clock, eh? This ain't a union gig, yeah. Could you imagine if dental assistants unionized?
Oh, God.
Could you imagine the leadership of a dental assistant union? Just because, you know, there's a lot of dental assistants who are just kind of go with the flow or whatever. But there's like 5% of them that are just like bloody-throated organizers and lustful for any amount of leadership and power they can get.
Sounds like AOC.
Can you imagine? Yes. Can you imagine what that caucus would be like? Of a dental assistant labor union. Oh, dear God.
Maybe some popcorn.
And I say that because, like, I have no interest in being in a dentist labor union. I have none.
None.
This is no interest to me whatsoever.
Not even a little bit.
Preeti, you got to drop that Mjolnir right on her head. Yep. Just, you know. And also, like, I don't believe she's even pregnant, to be honest with you.
No.
Because I can literally download a picture of a positive pregnancy test.
Yep.
On the internet right now. You need to run that image that she texted you, I'm assuming, on 10i, like the reverse image search, and see how many times it appears. And like, it's just the number one Google image search result for positive pregnancy test.
There you go.
I would not put it past this person to be just totally 100% lying about that. And then in about 7 weeks, when she quote unquote miscarries, ask for a few weeks off for medical reasons or whatever, paid, of course.
Yeah.
milk that out. No, you got a Seattle protocol. This is the most Seattle protocol we've ever had.
Of all of the Seattle protocols.
This Seattle protocol is wearing a flannel shirt.
It's a Seattleist. Yeah.
It's got a beard. It's got a cup of coffee.
Uh-huh.
It's got really tight jeans that are tucked into lace-up boots. And it drives a Prius. That's how this Seattle protocol is.
Yeah, it is.
Is there anything more Seattle than that? Like maybe they have a Seattle Sounders knit cap on.
Yeah, and a Rainier beer in the cup holder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. This is as Seattle as it gets. Drop that hammer, Bree.
Yeah.
Drop that damn hammer.
Yep.
Cut and dry. Question 2. Reddit user Clueless number 7 asks, have you guys ever found a patient super attractive until you peek into their mouths? Not that you tell them, of course. Just wondering. Smiley face emoji. Lance.
I can't say that I have now. I'm just trying.
Have you ever found a patient super attractive until you look into their cavity-infested, gaping maw of periodontal disease, actinomyces comatans, gram-negative anaerobic mouth, and then thought, nah, bro, I'm good.
No. I've had some really, really attractive people want a brand new smile, and then all I'm sitting there thinking is, I cannot fuck this up. We can only go down from here. And then when I looked at their mouth, their mouth is pretty fucking hot too. So I would say
normally you can kind of profile somebody.
Yeah. It does tend to be,
not always, but
what's that?
I mean, not always, but
right.
For the most part,
because the ones that are really, really attractive tend to be people that
take care of their shit.
They take care of themselves. Yeah. It's kind of like that unfair stereotype, and so this is a generalization where right. The LGBTQ2 people tend to dress well. It's not entirely wrong,
right? More often than not,
they have a very nice wardrobe, and they're very thoughtful in their assemblage of their ensembles. Usually, I'm trying to think. I have a handful of very attractive patients. And for the most part, everything's in pretty good shape. Yeah.
What would so let's say a smoke show. Let's say a dime piece walks into your office, Lance.
Yep.
What would have to be happening?
See, that's the thing, because they might only be, a couple teeth shy of a love groove. I'm looking at the potential here.
Oh, I don't think I could. I don't think I could
But you
buckle up for that love groove challenge.
I don't
Lance.
know. Hold my beer.
Like missing laterals, maybe, but missing centrals and missing laterals could just be congenital.
Right.
Missing centrals and laterals ain't congenital.
No. Yeah, I'm.
So let's say perio.
How
bad would the perio have to be?
If you can smell them conversationally,
yeah.
I'm losing. They're losing points real quick right there.
So smell is rough, but yeah. I feel like it's more like until you looked in their mouth, so you didn't know anything was off.
Right, but
so you're interviewing the patient, and you're like, "Wow, they're super hot," and you don't smell anything. What would have to be there when they open their mouth?
Well, there's a video that circulated a while ago, and it keeps making its rounds, where there's these maggots in that person's gums.
Right.
That'll do it.
I've never seen anything. Yeah, that will absolutely do it, but I've never seen anything close to that. Have you?
No.
Okay, right. I feel like, all right, so you mentioned perio and you mentioned smell. If we got a bunch of class 2+3 mobile teeth on an attractive person, my initial thought is just there's something off here that now no longer would I necessarily be it. So perio is a big part, right. I think, of the deal.
When you have milky, that just frothy, milky purulence coming out.
Yes, yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, we we have a couple's friend, one of my best friends, who's not a dentist. He's an attorney. But he's a good looking guy.
Okay.
And my team thinks so. And Andrea even thinks so. She thinks he's a good looking guy. He does a lot of CrossFit. He's yoked. He played college football.
Okay.
Big muscular dude. Smart, funny.
So he's the whole package. God damn
whole
him.
package.
I'm jealous already.
Except for, and I'm not disclosing his name or anything like that, so I can't, get in trouble for anything. But he's got like these weirdly erupted thirds that are impossible to clean, and so he's got like deep pockets all around the thirds. And then now, because of sort of how they're erupting around the seconds, and even like getting onto the distal part of the first, and so like we had to do scaling on him.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like coming home and like having to like, Andrea, I've got bad news, Andrea. I know you think so-and-so is really hot, but I just have to tell you, I had to do scaling and root planing on him today. And like the look on her face was just like disappointment.
Oh, so that did it.
Utter disappointment. I mean, a little bit. I don't know. He's cleaned up now.
Went down a peg. So we went.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was certainly like some going, like the abs were a little less important at that exact moment.
Right, but he went from a 10 to a 9.97.
Yeah, 10 like to a 9. Yeah, right. So yeah, we're working on getting him all caught up.
Yeah.
So, good guy. Just should have gotten his thirst taken out. He was 16 and never did, and he hates everything related to the dentist. He's one of those guys,
got it.
which are just a joy. It's always the best part is though, like he's my friend, so I can tell him like, stop being a pussy, shut up,
Right.
like just sit down and do this.
Yeah,
and he can't really say anything. So
perfect.
I do have a very attractive patient who's congenitally missing 2 laterals.
Okay,
but that's a like that doesn't really
still like
turn me off all that much. It's like I can fix this. There's no problem. I can fix this.
I mean, seriously. I mean, put a bag over her head and you're fine.
Right. Most of my super hot patients, like maybe I will have done a filling or 2 on.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
All right. Have you seen those YouTube videos that are done by consumers about dentures, and they're always surprisingly young?
No.
There's a couple of them. There's one that Ivoclar teamed up with to talk about like Ivoclar teeth. Like they found her blog or whatever about her denture nightmare or whatever, and Ivoclar set her up with a prosthodontist and donated all the teeth and the denture base and all that kind of stuff and all that work.
Okay.
And one of those like sort of denture bloggers is pretty attractive.
Okay.
With the dentures in. Would that be like a massive thing for you? Like let's say you're single and your only possibility to date is your patient base. Obviously, it's supremely unethical.
Right.
And we're throwing all that out of it. This is just a weird desert island hypothetical.
Sure.
You're single. Your only potential to date is people in your patient base. You have a 10, but the 10 has dentures. Where are you at on that?
Yeah, I could probably look past that.
You think you could look past it?
Probably.
I'd have to say they'd have to have a lot of other shit going on.
That's the thing. Like, we're saying a 10, so we're assuming so many other physical attributes.
Right. We're assuming physical attributes are all in line.
Personality is funny as
mental,
hell.
Emotional, all that stuff is great. There's a great connection.
Yeah.
All that stuff is jiving great, and then you find out last minute dentures. Yeah, I mean, if everything's a check all the way down the list until you get to that, I feel like I could maybe do it for that.
Yeah.
But man, if there were anything off, and dentures, that's tough.
Yeah, I think that's pretty tough. But I mean, 99% of the time, they're embarrassed about it too. They would never want you to see them. I have a patient. The husband's never seen her without her teeth ever.
Right.
Well,
that's really weird. I mean, you hear that all the time, but it's just like, how do they?
Yeah.
I guess there's just a lot of time in the bathroom after eating corn on the cob. I don't know.
Something. Yeah.
The interesting thing that I think about this question is I left the tag at the end. Not that you tell them, of course, just wondering. Like, which part are we not supposed to tell them?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you're super attractive. Or, hey, I thought you were super attractive until
anymore.
you opened your mouth, and now I don't think so anymore. Both of those are really tough things for a dentist to say to a patient.
You were so hot until you opened your mouth. Yeah, that always goes over well.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's not a wise way to start a conversation with somebody.
No.
Holy moly.
It's not a practice builder.
Let me see if I can find this Reddit user, because I'm curious about other stuff. If this seems such a weird question that I'm curious about what other possible things this person has thought of. So they've got 52,000 karma points on Reddit.
Wow.
And they've been on Reddit since July 8th of 2017. Let's see what's in here. Instagram reality, which is a subreddit I want no part of.
Right.
Fasting. I guess this is a subreddit about different kinds of fasting, like intermittent fasting, and that's the only kind of fasting that I know.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not super into that. A lot of this Instagram reality stuff, which, I'm so done with Instagram. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Nothing really great here.
At least they're not in the dark web trying to figure out how to kill themselves.
Lots of posts in reality TV subreddits like 90 Day Fiancé.
Huh.
Love After Lockup. I don't know who this is. Shit that Duolingo says. I don't know what that is. What is Duolingo?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it's an app.
Oh, well, all right. I think I'm too old and white.
Okay, yeah, apparently it's an app that helps you learn another language.
Oh, all right. Rosetta Stone is right out, huh? No longer cool.
So. Yeah, we don't use that shit anymore.
Oh.
A lot of Instagram reality. Oh my God. She posted, I'm assuming it's a female. She posted something in the subreddit of nice guys.
Okay.
And it's a text thread that somebody had sent her. Male says, I will wear a condom every time. She responds, are you currently high and or drunk? I just explicitly said I'm not interested in that, yet you're still asking. Somehow you think you're being respectful, lol. He replies, I'm somewhat sober, or I'm completely sober, actually. And then she says, I believe you just making a point. He says, I just thought I could maybe convince you I'm a good guy. Yeah, I mean, good guys totally just text women, hey, you want to hook up? I'll wear a condom every time. That's something that good guys do a lot.
Huh.
Wow.
Orange is the new black, and then that means a good guy. And okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Wow.
Here's a good one. In the subreddit of creepy PMs.
Okay.
Creepy personal messages. So here's one that she got. Man says, women my age don't generally have enough energy for me. I also want a child, so I must date younger women so when I find the right one, that can happen. She says, all right, I'm going to have to pass, but thanks for the offer, though. All the best. He replies with, wish we could just fuck.
Jeez.
Cool.
Wow.
Hey, how about let's make it our goal to not end up in that creepy PMs.
Yeah. That's
subreddit.
That's a worthy
Sound like
goal.
a good idea?
Worthy goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time on that. I think we can jump into the next one.
Yeah.
Reddit user 9J7Hod asks, and that's a terrible Reddit name. Just FYI.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
My 5 favorite dentistry-related jokes. Opinions? Here are my 5 favorite dentist-related jokes that I've stumbled across. Let me know what you think and feel free to comment your own personal favorites. Joke 1. Did you hear about the Buddhist who refused to have an anesthetic injection when he was going for a filling? Apparently, he wanted to transcend dental medication.
Okay.
Nothing, Lance?
No.
That's the best one,
No.
just FYI.
Oh, God.
Joke 2. What does Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque.
Oh, these are putting dad jokes to shame.
Yeah, I told you one was the best one.
Yeah, God.
3. Why did the dentist make a poor date with the manicurist? Because they fought both tooth and nail.
Kill me.
4. This one I just don't even understand. What's a dentist's favorite emote to use when they play Fortnite? The floss. I literally understand nothing of that.
Okay, so you've seen people do the floss. It's this weird dance thing where they make their hips go side to side, and their
okay. So the dance, right.
That.
What's an emote? And Fortnite is a game,
But I think when you win, your characters can do these weird dances, and one of them is the floss.
That's stupid. That's a stupid joke.
Yes.
This one's not terrible, but it's inaccurate, and we could tweak it.
Okay.
Why did the yellow tooth not find the white tooth's jokes funny? Because he was already dead inside. I feel like if you made that gray tooth...
Yeah.
Why did the gray tooth not find the white tooth jokes funny? Because he was already dead inside. That, not to get like super technical, like Indo literature on this shit, but...
Okay.
That makes me that to me is a better joke than the yellow tooth.
Yeah, they could call it. You ever hear people call it the milk tooth?
The milk tooth.
Yeah.
Sounds so gross.
Yeah.
Sounds so gross. All of those are terrible jokes.
Terrible jokes. And if I had a patient come in and try to tell me those, I would probably just divorce them, get them out of my office, never welcome back.
I'm fine with them as patients. It's just that their fee goes up.
There you go. That's better.
You have to pay more for me to deal with that.
Yeah.
I've dealt with worse, and I will.
Yeah.
I will deal with worse. I don't have a problem with it.
I've got a few that, I'm just waiting for the next.
You're just paying more.
Yeah.
And it's not 50% more. You're paying like 7% more.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's called the PETA fee. And you're earning
exactly. You're earning it with these jokes.
Yep.
Someone else does make the yellow kind of... the yellow is not quite accurate on that one.
Oh, really?
He then wrote his 6th favorite one in the comments, which is the best or the worst dental joke ever.
Okay.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know.
A gummy bear.
Oh, God.
So stupid.
Yeah, I should have seen that one. Yeah.
I do like Reddit user Extended Solo who replied, I've compiled a list below of my favorite dental jokes. And then it's just
blank
7 lines of blank space. Which is exactly right.
Perfect.
None of them are good.
No.
None of them are good.
No.
None of those are good for sure.
Exactly. But it's just impossible to have good dental-related jokes like that.
All right, so you have a patient in the chair.
Okay.
And that patient needs like 10 by 6 veneers.
Okay.
10 uppers, 6 lowers.
Okay.
They're ready to pay.
Yep.
And they're writing you the check today.
Uh-huh.
If you can just close the deal.
All right.
And they tell this joke. They tell any one of those jokes.
Uh-huh. I'm laughing my ass off.
Give me your best Lance Timmerman fake laugh that I would hear from the other operatory.
Nope.
You can't come up with it?
No, it's painful, and I don't want to subject any listeners, both of them, to listen to that horrible
I'll give
sound.
you mine.
Okay.
That's good. That's really good. Thank you for that. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Brightened my day. Thank you so much. Is that you think that was good?
Yeah, that was way more than I probably would have. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm. That's definitely kind of Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I need some Meryl Streep action. I mean, come on, give me some.
So you want
Meryl.
something a little bit more subtle, but a little deeper,
Yeah.
like maybe with some introspection.
Maybe throw a guffaw in there.
Well, like what I'm thinking about with that, like if Meryl Streep were playing a dentist, and that were the situation, I could picture her kind of giving a chuckle laugh, like, and then just sort of looking off into the distance, like imagining her dead son or something, and just for a second, right? Just that sort of pause and look off into the distance for a second. That's the Meryl Streep role.
Yeah.
I gave it a little bit more of a Glenn Close kind of Fatal Attraction, a little bit more emotion, a little bit more engaged and over the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it's sort of like taking a free throw in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. I'm not going to airball that one.
Right.
If anything, I'm going to brick it off the backboard because my adrenaline makes me shoot it so hard, right?
Right.
This, I feel like my initial reaction to that, trying to close that deal, would be the overreaction opposed to the underreaction.
Yeah, I can see where you...
But you think you'd play the under?
I've probably been doing the minor giggles all along, so I'm pre-selling it with all the other groundwork I'm already laying
along the way. Yeah. You're building up your emotional equity.
Absolutely.
You're making deposits into the emotional bank account.
That's the way. Right up until they sign their Green Sky financial form and the check clears.
But and then after that, it's I do not have time for this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're dead to me. I got your money.
You're like the gray tooth. You're dead to me. That's a better dental joke than any of those that you saw featured by 9J7HOD. Lance, would it stun you to know
probably
that that's this person's only post ever on Reddit?
Really? No.
That's the one. That's the one that brought you to Reddit.
Wow.
That is baffling to me.
Holy cow.
That is the one.
Wonder if it's some influencing dentist that's trying to test out some stand-up material.
Please don't. Please don't. I got a call, or I got a message on a potential gig that I think is a possibility to do something I wanted to do, completely fresh and different than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
About I really just honestly think the title of it is Emotional Shit in Dentistry.
Oh.
And it's just 30 to 40 minutes. Like, I may not even have any slides or just a handful of slides, and just going to get real deep and raw about what this damn profession does to you every day.
Yeah.
Or what it can do to you every day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going to see. Datola is on that same agenda, and we've talked about this kind of thing before.
Oh, yeah.
And this might be the room to try it.
Okay.
See. So he and I might be getting together to put together some stuff.
Very cool.
And write. But yeah, I think it would be the most like just stand-up that I would have ever done.
Okay.
So we'll see. Like I said, there may be a couple slides or something like that in there, but I think for the most part, it's just going to be spoken word into the mic, just me and the audience.
That'd be cool.
Just me and the audience. I'm thinking no suit for that one. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Who does stand up in a suit? Like Dennis Miller, I guess. Like, but that's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly my. I mean, most guys like do stand up in like jeans and a black T-shirt.
Right.
I feel like
hamburger.
That's actually a really good idea. I might pull out the hamburger costume. What's it? Cowboy hat, and I don't even remember what else it was.
A vest, I think.
I just remember the cowboy hat. Yeah, there's a vest involved. Holy shit. I'm just going to do hamburgers act and see if anybody says anything. I don't think they will. I don't think anybody knows enough of oh, Jesus. I mean, like, if you started doing Eddie Murphy Raw, I'm pretty sure some people would be like, shit, that's Eddie Murphy.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to be like, that's Hamburger Jones.
No. You start going,
especially if we would have never talked about Hamburger Jones on the show, literally no one would have ever known that there was a Hamburger Jones. We would not have busted the alternate reality universes and all that kind of stuff.
I think you're right.
Oh, shit, Lance. Any favorite dentistry-related jokes that were not on here you want to add?
Not a single one.
What did the dentist say to the assistant?
Fuck you.
Mjolnir, bitch, you're fired. Put down your phone, get off my sofa. I don't care if you're fake pregnant or not. Mjolnir. I feel like that's the new way to say you're fired because of all the Trump kind of stuff. You know, you're fired is like the Trump catchphrase from 2004 or whatever.
Yep.
So that there's, I feel weird saying that. So whenever I fire somebody, I'm just going to say Mjolnir.
They're perfect.
And that just means the hammer's dropped.
Perfect.
Nice. I think that's going to about do it for it, Lance. That's going to about do it for us. What do I even say there? I had a stroke. I'm so sorry.
I don't know, but I think you're right. It should be done.
I need you to check my vital signs and see if my right pupil is dilated.
Yeah, all right.
Lance, you have any friends you could share this with?
I don't.
You said that earlier. What's wrong with you?
It's this damn profession. It just soul-sucking ruiner.
Sucks the soul out of you like a 19-year-old Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of young people don't know who Jenna Jameson is, and I feel lost for society.
Wow. Wow.
Well, if you have friends, share this with them. Let them know about the show. You might have some demented friend out there who, may enjoy the shenanigans and tomfoolery that we have here.
Maybe.
Let them know about the show. That's how we grow it. Just one listener at a time. Grassroots. Rate and review. What's your favorite number, Lance?
Big fan of 5.
Greatest Seattle Mariner, number 5. Any idea?
I don't.
Robinson Cano? No, he's he's not 24. I'm trying to think of if there's been any great Seattle Mariners number 5s. Braden Bishop is the current number 5
no.
for the Seattle Mariners. Let's look at, here we go. 21 players all time on the Seattle Mariners who are number 5. Braden Bishop, Guillermo Heredia.
No.
Brad Miller.
Yeah.
Chris Jimenez, Mike Sweeney, Yuneski Betancourt, Jose Vidro, Adrian Beltre in 2005 were the number 5.
Adrian's good, yeah. And Betancourt was good, too.
Adrian's good. He's a freaking Hall of Famer, Lance. Yeah. And I will slap you with a dueling glove.
Well, we all
if you
know
say
that his
different.
best years were with the Dodgers.
Yeah, Rangers, actually. He had like one transcendent year with the Dodgers. After that, his best years were with the Rangers. Okay. John Olerud, the guy who wore the batting helmet to field. That's really what I remember him.
You know why he has the helmet, though, right?
Yeah, he had like some kind of seizure disorder.
Yeah, an aneurysm. And on the mound, I think.
That's a tough look.
Yeah.
Raul Ibanez.
Ibanez was awesome.
Carlos Guillen, Lee Tinsley, Eric Anthony, Brett Boone, Dave Valley. Jeff Burrows.
I don't know.
Lots of good number 5s for the Mariners.
Good 5s in there.
Yeah, good 5. Better 5s for the Mariners than
the Sonics.
For the Seahawks or for the Supersonics. Yeah. Better 5s for the Mariners than the Supersonics for sure. Lance is a big fan of John Olerud, so in order to honor that and his seizure disorder and to bring awareness to that, please rate and review us with the 5 stars. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean. If you're flicking through Podbean, flick 5 stars. Hit us up on the web, workinginterferences.com. Hit us up on all the social bullshits. Facebook, Working Interferences with Josh and Lance, the Facebook group that I don't even remember the name of right now. Funny shit for dentists and dental team members. You can find us Instagram at Winterferences, Twitter at Winterferences. Lance can be found on Instagram at drtimmermandmd. I can be found on Instagram at Joshua Austin DDS. Lance, I believe it is my turn for a song.
It is.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is your turn.
So this is kind of your typical song that I didn't really know this artist and didn't know anything about until they started playing it a ton on SiriusXM Alt Nation.
Okay.
And it's a pretty hot song on there right now, and I like it a lot. Every time it comes on, I find myself turning it up. So I think that's a good thing.
That's a good sign, yeah.
It's a very good sign. The name of the band is Abso Facto.
Huh.
And the song is named Dissolve.
Well, all right.
It's a good one. I think you're going to enjoy it. I don't know anything about them. Let's look them up right quick, just because we like to do a little history. Ipso facto. Ipso facto. Man, I'm looking for them on Wikipedia, and they are like not on there.
They're that fresh.
They're that fresh. So they do have a biography and history on a website called allmusic.com. So I don't know if any of this is accurate. Ipso facto is the solo project of songwriter producer Jonathan Visger. Visger became a fixture of Michigan's indie rock scene, which I know you're a huge fan of, Lance. And in 2008 began recording his solo work under the name Ipso facto. So he's from Michigan. The rest of it is all just bullshit.
All right.
So, hey, all we need to know is not on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
He's from Michigan. It's apparently one guy. And here's the song Dissolve. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, for Lance Timmerman, this is Joshua Austin. Peace. Celebrate the foreskin.
I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a groove of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Can't find an exit. I wander in a maze alone. Find you, will you shock me? Left and right. Pretty sure that I've been here before, and it isn't what I wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a groove of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Your voice like an angel, been chain smoking all month long, like you're someone I believe in. Am I only elaborate? Someone you can test things on. This isn't what I signed up for. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your bullseye kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve